Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and as the title says, YouTube is not killing off your favorite channels. Now, for the past week I've been noticing that a lot of people have really been making videos like this, a lot of people complaining about this new YouTube algorithmic change, and I wanted to sort of nip it in the butt because I've been doing a little bit of research for the past few days, especially when you see this trending on your related section, especially when you see this everywhere, you kind of want to talk about it. And I've talked about YouTube before. I've said how bad the YouTube hero system was because it handed out mass flagging tools, but I've never really talked about algorithmic changes. Now, I'm going to make a video about it. I'm making a video right now. Algorithmic changes are happening on YouTube, but I don't think they're as bad as what people are really making it out to be. So if you've been keeping up in the loop with the YouTube community, you've been noticing that select key content creators have been talking about this conspiracy by YouTube about how favorite channels are shut down, how channels are actively losing subscribers per upload, about how people are missing their subscriber box, and I'll be talking all about that. So for what's been going on, some channels have apparently not been showing up in the suggested sections or the splash screen of the applications the YouTube applications on any of your favorite devices. Now, there's actual reasoning for that, okay? For those of you who don't know how YouTube suggested section works, a lot of it works in the sense that it uses cookie data out of your computer, so try this for a second. Log out of your account. For 2 weeks, I just want you to browse using one web browser without the do not track feature enabled. Don't have that enabled. Right? It needs to store cookies on your system. And just watch how drastically it changes. All right. Now, some of that suggested section I think is a little bit curated, but a lot of it has to do with local data stored on your internet browser, as well as if you start watching certain content creators, it's going to look at a list of content creators similar to that, other channels like this, and then it's going to push those videos to you. So I think that's what's really going on with the suggested section. My metrics haven't really been changed on it, and I don't know, maybe I'm a special case scenario, but I haven't been noticing it at all, especially with some of my other friends that I've been talking to on here. They haven't been noticing those crazy changes too. Now, as far as I know, this is only affecting the edgy part of YouTube, you know, the edgier content creators who make very risque, special type videos. But even then, it's not really affecting a lot of those people either. There are channels that make very risque, edgy content, like Filthy Frank, who hasn't been affected by this at all, who hasn't even made a video apparently addressing it or any mention of it, really. So clearly the issue isn't fucking that. It's not that suggested sections are actively censoring people out. It's just because that is how the system has always really worked, and it's always been a really stupid system anyways. The suggested section pushes videos to me all the time that I don't want to watch, versus videos that occasionally might show up if I look at it, you know, if I scroll like 4 pages down and look at the suggested side and see, oh, that's a video I'd like to see, but that never gets sent to me. I have to look for it, okay? YouTube honestly suggests me pure crap. But that's my little take on the whole suggestion side of it. Now, as far as algorithmic changes go, and this is where people are losing their mind. Now, apparently a lot of the select key content creators have boiled it down to engagement metrics. So for those of you who don't know what engagement metrics are, they're basically likes, dislikes, comments, that kind of stuff on your video. And if you were going by that logic, which I'll get to, even they're not in that much danger as it goes out to. Now, that is true. That seems to be a true change in the YouTube metric policy, is likes, dislikes, and comments. Because I've noticed it a little bit too. But here's why it's not bad. And I'm going to give you a little history on this. So history time on YouTube with Uncle Muta here, okay? Back in the day, and this is when I started this channel, so this is like 2012, they had reply girls. So for those of you who didn't know what reply girls were, there were also reply guys who were like reply everything. So there were few reply girls out there. And if you forget the videos, basically every time a popular YouTuber would upload a video, such as a gaming one, right, which at that time was like Battlefield 3 headshot montage or something, then you would have the reply girl immediately make a video right after saying Battlefield 3 montage, you know, headshot montage, the exact same title with reaction added to it. And the thumbnail would be them with a lot of cleavage, obviously, to attract any young prepubescent lads out there watching the videos who were the target demographics of those videos. and they would get a lot of views on it because their video would show up immediately on the suggested section, like right next to the person's video. That video would show up over there, and a lot of content creators got really pissed about it. They even made videos saying, please fucking stop, don't do this, and they wouldn't. They were reply people. They could do whatever the fuck they wanted, until YouTube stepped in and changed a core method, like the core algorithm like filter that they would have, to watch time instead of just pure views. And immediately, overnight, the reply girl epidemic was fucking gone, and that's why it doesn't exist anymore. Now, lately, there's a new epidemic, which not a lot of people are really talking about, is the Disney, Spider-Man, Elsa, Frozen, pregnancy, crap, whatever, as well as toy review channels. So for those of you who don't know what this kind of stuff is, I made a video, along to 2 videos actually, kids games on YouTube. I love those videos to death. They're fucking amazing videos. But those were flash games covering a very risque topic using Elsa. Now, what if I told you there was similar content like that on YouTube available just to watch? Because there is. Seriously, go up, type Spider-Man, Frozen, pregnancy, or just Spider-Man, Frozen, you'll come across some weird stuff. If you have YouTube autoplay running, let it run, because you'll get to the weirdest shit ever. Weirder than any deep web video you watch, weirder than anything. And there's one thing you should notice on all of those videos as you watch them. Look at their likes, dislikes, and comments. Seriously, open up a new tab, go to any of the videos, and look at their likes and dislikes. There are videos out there with 11 million views that have about 10,000 likes, 5,000 dislikes, and about 1,000 comments. Now, you might be wondering, oh, that's very good engagement. No, it's not, because a lot of the channels that get even a tenth of that view number have like 200,000 likes, 150,000 likes, 300,000 likes. Some of them can even go up to like 500,000. And their comment section is up in, sometimes it can go to like 50K, 60K, 100K. So those engagement numbers are far better than that shit. But you want to know what gets pushed up further? You want to know what the top growing channels are? Are those Spider-Man, Elsa, Frozen, toy review channels. All right, the channels that have blatantly found a way to abuse the current YouTube metric system to basically push out every other channel underneath them. And it affects everyone. It affects me. It affects any of your favorite content creators. So it's not really the algorithm that's killing off the favorite content creation channel. It's a lot of the people that are abusing that content. A lot of people that are abusing, that metric that is currently running. So by switching it to engagement, a lot of these channels, if you notice, are going to die immediately overnight if this is truly the case. And is that a bad thing? Probably not. No, because a lot of these channels out there are blatantly there to appeal to children, and you can tell they're appealing to children because all they do is they download the application on their YouTube device, or not the YouTube device, but their whatever mobile device they have, and they don't have an account or anything, so they just go onto these videos. They're not able to like or dislike or leave a comment, and boom, that's how the low metrics make sense, because they're just kids who are going around watching this stuff. And you might say, well, if it's so popular, why not keep it? It's because it's not advertiser friendly. Disney, who owns one of the biggest MCN networks on this entire site, Maker Studios, wouldn't really like it if fucking Elsa is getting her breasts augmented by Spider-Man and Joker. That doesn't really make any sense. That's a lot of universes and a lot of fucked up shit happening all in one go. And very unorthodox for the lads over at Disney or Marvel or DC or any other group that is, God forbid, involved in this entire massacre. Now, for a lot of the content creators out there, the select few, and I think a lot of you know who I'm talking about, are complaining about the system actively killing them. And I think there's a mixture of two things. I think one is that people don't want to admit that they're not as popular as they might have used to be. And it's hard talking about that. That's like a fear for almost every content creator on here, you know, because for some people this is their livelihoods. They don't want to lose any of their relevance. And that's one thing that many people don't want to talk about or don't want to admit. It's not something to really fear. It's just how life fucking works. People grow older, people change their desired content, and that's what happens. And I think if people were more agreeing, if people could talk about that and be more comfortable with it, then you wouldn't really see a lot more of these videos. And two, it really doesn't make sense for a lot of these key channels, because for the people that are complaining about this metric system killing them off, their channels are doing well into the positives, stat-wise. So I really don't see what the whole complaining is going on over here. Now, I've tried to be as unbiased as possible. I've looked at all the data. I don't know how much more fucking data I can look at, okay? I've had to watch more Spider-Man, Frozen, Elsa shit than most people should ever have to in like 3 or 4 generations, all right? Okay, I've done my research, all right? I've faced my demons, all right? I've been in a coma for fucking 9 years looking at this shit. I know, all right? I know what the system is doing, all right? Now, I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, God so help me that I had to put up with that shit. But at least I've given both sides a fair, respectable look at all the problems involved. I'm not going to put all the blame on YouTube because I think everyone just does that to join the bandwagon. No, I don't think it's entirely YouTube's fault. And if YouTube is actively trying to fix a system where a lot of this shit is getting pushed to the top, that is blatantly abusing the current system as it is, I think that's fine. I think them trying to fix it is great. Now, as far as their trending tab, we all know it's a little half curated. And again, a lot of the content creators complaining already have videos complaining about YouTube. So I really think, me included, never would get on the trended tab, ever. Considering our criticism of this fucking site. But in the end, I think I've said my piece. I think I've got everything I wanted to say down. I think I know. I think I've done my research. I've got it. All right. And if what I'm saying is true, then all the power to YouTube. But again, I could be fucking wrong. All right, I could be dead wrong. And if that's the case, what the fuck, YouTube? But what every content creator can agree on is that YouTube never fucking tells us anything. Yes. In my closing statement here, YouTube, you need to fucking start saying shit to us, all right? Send us a syndicated email, for fuck's sake. Send us a little notification to our creator inboxes. God, just do something. Because this is why these videos happen. Because YouTube never fucking tells you anything. YouTube never tells anyone shit. All right, and that's the problem, YouTube. If you're going to take any closing message out of anyone's video, is you need to start communicating with the community a little better, okay? Don't do it with the community if you don't want to, but just do it with the people making the content on this site. Just do it with them, because they're the people keeping you afloat. If you don't keep them in the know or happy, how the fuck are they going to do their jobs? How are they going to do their shit? You're essentially screwing people over just because you're burying your head in the sand. I don't get it. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do things. That's why this site is kind of breaking even, sometimes hemorrhaging money. If you want to make money, if you want to do shit right, just talk to the content creator. Be communicative. Do something. Though, I'm going to end the video over here. I think I've said everything. My neighbor's probably hearing me right now complaining about a fucking social media site. And that's pretty pathetic, but I don't care. What do I got to lose anymore, right? This is me, Mudahar. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. I am out.